Welcome, Brothers of Texas. I'm Carlton Newberry. I'm on the Grand Lodge Committee on Masonic Service, and I'm joined right now by Right Worshipful Joe Long, who's District Deputy Grand Master in District 91, and a first responder with 28 years of experience who is currently deployed in the flooding areas in Central Texas. Also with us is Right Worshipful Craig Enderli, District Deputy at Large, and the Vice President of the Texas Masonic Charities Foundation. And also with us is Brother Greg Wright, who was the Secretary of the Board for the Masonic Children and Family Services of Texas and has 20 plus years of being deployed into disaster areas. And we put together this short video for you just to let you be updated on how we're all working together to better serve the people that have been affected by these horrible tragedies, and to assure you that we're all working together to work with the Masons and lodges that are in these areas as well. So I'm just going to start with Right Worshipful Long, who's actually right now receiving more rain out in Llano. And Brother Long, could you please tell us, there's a lot of calls for us right now to rush to action. And as a first responder and a Mason, I was just wondering if you could shed some light on what that would look like for the brothers.
Sure. Right now, it is not a good time for John Q. Public to try to get into the areas where the devastation has occurred. Highways are broke down. There's washed out, bridges missing. And if you're not part of the first responder network and being deployed there, you would be just in the way. And it would hinder our operations of trying to recover and find people's lost loved ones. The best thing that you can do right now is either donate money to the Charities Foundation or get with a local group that is sending some supplies, especially like Gatorades and electrolyte packages, non-perishable food items, high protein bars, granola bars, stuff like that. Those are good things to drop off at your local church, Red Cross, Salvation Army, things like that. Those will be delivered to the people that are there right now working. This is not something that's going to be over next week or next month. 6 months from now, there will still be massive, massive, massive amounts of work and plenty of time for brothers to get out there and get boots on the ground and be hands-on. And I know as Masons, we want to rush in there because we're all about helping and getting it done fast and making an impact right now. But hold off. Donate, share stuff around, but don't try to get into these areas just yet. Let the first responders and all these rescue teams and recovery teams do their jobs and get to a point where it's safe to go in there, because it's still raining. It's still extremely muddy. Conditions are terrible right now. And that's just not the place for people to be that aren't trained to be there.
Brother Joe, thank you very much for that. And acknowledging, we all have that desire to go out and take action, but right now we need to practice a little restraint. Absolutely. And actually spend that time preparing for when we'll really be needed.
Stay within the bounds of our compasses.
Right. Thank you, brother. And since you brought up donating to the Texas Masonic Charities Foundation, if you would, Right Worshipful Enderli, could you tell the brothers what you all are doing, how you're prepared right now for what all is going on?
Yeah. So the board, we've had a significant amount of conversations. We're ready to, on our website, we have a donate button, so you can send those funds. So we're collecting those on behalf of the Grand Lodge of Texas, so we can collectively work with the Texas Masonic Service Committee in making sure that we identify what lodges that these funds need to go to be distributed to the places locally that they are needed the most. And so you can do that at txmcf.org/donate. On that, whenever you make that donation, you can specify in the purpose whether you want it to go somewhere in particular, and the foundation will make sure that goes to that particular place. If you have any difficulties when you're trying to make that donation, you don't see where to put that purpose on our website at txmcf.org, underneath Board of Directors, You can send any of the board of directors, including myself, just an email that says, hey, I made a donation and I would like for it to be used in this way. And we'll make sure that gets done. We also have a grant request form that is up for lodges. This is the standard grant request that txmcf.org has. It's specifically for the Hill Country Flood event. A representative of the lodge can go in there. It doesn't have to be the secretary. It can be the worshipful master. You go in there, fill out the contact information. That information comes directly to the Masonic Charities Foundation. We will immediately then share that information with the service committee, the Grand Lodge Texas Service Committee, and we are ready to make an actionable donation upon a request. We just need to know where to send that. We want to make sure the foundation can do that pretty quick. We're ready. We have all the right instruments in place to make an action. Just as a reminder, your donations, we are the Texas Masonic Charities Foundation is a 501c3 corporation. And so your donation may give you a tax benefit. You need to consult with your tax attorney on that subject.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but also for corporations, I work for a very large corporation. And if it's a 501c charity, sometimes they'll match those donations. Yeah. So the fact that you all have that in place, that you're a 501c3, you might be able to double your money just by contacting your employer. But please continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, we're ready. Those funds, we have it set up where if your lodge has already received a grant from us before, then you are set up on our ACH, and so we don't have to gather anybody together and sign checks. We can get that money issued pretty quick into your existing account.
Thank you so much, Right Worshipful. And a lot of brothers don't realize that the money that Grand Lodge has that is slated for natural disasters, the way that we obtain that money, it is only to be used for Masons, and it can only be given out in a certain fashion. And we don't have the capacity as the Masonic Committee, the Committee on Masonic Service, to bring money in and then give it out. And we are so grateful to the board over at the Texas Masonic Charities Foundation, because they have that mechanism in place with their tax ID number. They have the accounting in place to make sure that all the money that comes in is documented appropriately, as Right Worshipful Enderli was saying, and that it is distributed and accounted for that way, so that everything is 100% trackable and traceable. So thank you very much for that, Brother Enderli. And finally, Brother Wright, 20 years of being deployed into these areas, and also being the secretary there on the board for the Masonic Children and Family Services of Texas. I was not aware of this until we spoke the other day, but could you please tell the Masons of Texas how you all might be able to help?
Absolutely. The Masonic Children and Family Services of Texas, which is also known as the Masonic Home and School of Texas, we have a mission to provide assistance to the widows and orphans of Masons in the state of Texas. This mission over the years has expanded to provide relief to families who are actually outside of Masonry that have minor children in the home who are in need. So our organization is able to jump in and provide relief to families where the key word, a family with a child in the home that is in need. So they would qualify, and we have the opportunity to provide relief through our organization. So I would like to encourage everybody who lodges across the state, Masons who may know somebody, keep your eyes out and look to see who you can identify in your area who is connected in this way or who needs relief, and go to our website at MasonicHomeTX.org. We have the application process on there. And I also want to make another note. We also provide similar relief for medical expenses and prescriptions, things like that. That's also something that qualifies, of course, with children who are minors and families who are in need. So I would just want to encourage everybody out there to keep an eye out. And if you see something like this, you can direct them to us at our website, again, MasonicHomeTX.org. And I want to follow up by saying that our board president has instructed our team to be available as well to quickly address the needs related to this catastrophe, along with a plan of action to expedite the approval process. So we're also on standby, working with everyone here as well to do what we can to provide relief and get it into the hands of those that are in need. We also are a 501c3 organization, so there is you have the opportunity for a tax donation, and we can assist with that process. And we have the ability as well with our accounting to expedite this and cut checks directly. So we're on standby. We're here to help, and we're excited to be a part of this Masonic family to do what we can to help families in need across our state.
Brothers, thank you all for joining us for this quick video for the Masons of Texas. The service committee, our chairman, Bill Jacobs, and our vice chairman, Alan Bettis. I'm so grateful that Alan Bettis is an educator, because he's had the summer off and has been able to really help us man the new email address we have. And just so everyone knows, when we post this video in the chat, we will post both the Texas Masonic Charities Foundation website there, as well as the Masonic Children and Family Services of Texas website, along with the email address to contact the service committee. But I'm so grateful that we're all working together in these different organizations, as Masons should. And I just want to make sure that all four of us wanted to make sure the Brothers of Texas knew that we are taking these actions and that we're planning ahead. In closing, I'd just like to say again, thank you to all three of you gentlemen. And, brotherly love, relief, and truth. We all want to help. We're full of brotherly love. We want to help. We want to provide relief, not just to the Masons and the lodges, but to all the people that are suffering. But where truth comes in is the processes that we've laid out, in making sure that every dollar a Mason donates, either to the home and school or pardon me, the Masonic Children and Family Services of Texas, or to the Texas Masonic Charities Foundation, that every one of those dollars is respected, and that they're accounted for, and they're deployed in the manner that you intend them to be. And I want everyone Mason, to have confidence that the boards are making sure that those processes are in place. So as we move forward, there will be further updates, but thank you all for joining us for this video. Gentlemen, thank each of you.
Thank you.